Howdy, Mr. Bowens. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Couldn't complain. Nice sunny day, 72-degree weather. Couldn't be happier.
Good to hear. Shall we get down to business?
Absolutely. Before we move on, though, could you tell me a little bit about your experience so far with your current computer provider?
Up until recently, we haven't had any issues with our PCs or our supplier. However, we have had a couple of different recurring issues with some of our systems and some difficulties with Dell addressing these issues in a timely manner.
Sounds frustrating, to say the least. There's nothing worse than having a big computer problem and not having the adequate support there to back it up and get everything fixed. Can you tell me a little bit about why you're looking at transferring providers?
We've been having numerous security issues with some of the PCs as far as viruses and malware are concerned, as well as some disk utility issues. The school wants to transition to a more secure and user-friendly alternative.
So your major concerns are dissatisfaction with the product itself, as well as you're unhappy with the provider and the support they're providing. Am I right?
Exactly. However, I'm not entirely sold on Apple though either. That's the best alternative.
How has Dell's slow response time been impacting the school so far?
The biggest concern is not having enough computers really available to our students, especially with two of our computers out of service in the library alone. It also has been an issue for some of our staff as well.
The university had faster operating computers that didn't break down as often. How would this be benefiting the staff and students?
We'll be able to focus on our attention on other things rather than constantly worrying about computers breaking down and students not having adequate access to computers to assist in their education.
And furthering on that, what if you had the technical support that responded to your concerns in a timely, efficient manner without having all these problems lasting for weeks on end?
That appears to be our major concern at the moment. Computers will always have issues, however, not having adequate support is a sense more crippling and frustrating when the actual problem is with our systems.
Well, let's take a look at some of the benefits and the features that Apple can offer you. So you go ahead and open that up, and there we've got some specs for you.
Sounds good to me. How can Apple help us solve some of these issues we're experiencing?
First off, Apple computers are incredibly secure, much more so than PCs. Specifically because Apple is running on its own operating system, it writes most of its disk permissions, and a lot of the viruses and malware out there that are going to affect your computer are geared and targeted towards Microsoft.
Sounds fantastic. What kind of costs are we looking at associated with each computer?
Well, Macs are definitely a little bit more pricey. We're looking right now about $1,500 per unit.
I'm not sure. That's not in our budget at the moment. That's almost double what we pay for the Dell.
The initial cost for each Mac seems a lot more reasonable when you're looking at all the money that you would be throwing at repairs and stuff for computers that you're running right now, specifically those that are running Microsoft.
I suppose you're right. What about the software though? There are some programs students absolutely need access to can't run on Mac. Primarily our engineers, a lot of programs they use are not available on Microsoft operating systems.
I'm glad you brought that up. In addition to being a more secure alternative to your computer as a computer provider, Mac also has a program that you can run on it called Boot Camp. And what you can do is you can actually run a full operating current version of Microsoft in tandem with that.
I had no idea. That sounds fantastic. How soon can we draw something up and make the switch?
I have a contract right here, actually. How many units are you looking at getting?
350 Macs in total to replace all our PCs, as well as outfit each computer with Boot Camp.
All right, well, here's the contract right here. With outfitting the computers with Boot Camp as well, the contract is going to go for about $525,000 to $600,000 in total. How's that sound?
Sounds nice. Like we have a deal.
It was a pleasure, man. Go ahead and sign.
Thank you, Mr. Young. It puts my mind at ease.
Also, here's my business card in case you're having any issues along the way or you just want to get in touch with me personally and you have any questions. So just take that and give me a call if you need anything at all.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Have a nice day.
Take care. Ooh.